Boy, I wonder what they're going to do for season 2. No spoilers. Hey everyone, it's me, Aaron.
And I'm Michelle.
And this is our post-Geekout reaction for Devilman Crybaby. Now, for anybody who's not seen a post-Geekout reaction before, it's not a review, it's just a discussion between the two of us about the thing that we just watched, and that does include full spoilers. Although we'll save most of the spoilers for the end, for the people who haven't checked this out yet. Normally, we don't do anime on this, simply because we're typically always way behind on anime. And also, I don't know what kind of an audience I have out there when it comes to anime, if it's something that they dig. Although, I really dig anime, and I've been wanting to do more about it, but because I'm always behind on anime, I can't really, like, throw it in with my regular reviews. It's not something I can just, like, go like, oh, this week we're going to review this thing. But all the movies you talk about come out that week. Why are you talking about a show from 3 years ago? Because I kind of just found it now.
It's easier to, like, review, like, a movie as opposed to, like, an anime series that, like, is either, like, discontinued from a long time ago or is continuing and we need to catch up with.
But I have actually been working on doing an anime thing here.
Yeah.
But I can't just do it as a regular review.
Right.
I have to do it as, like, I have to change the format of some way, and I've been wanting to get a bunch of people together to do a roundtable discussion on it. Just have that be, like, our anime show where we get people together to do roundtable discussions. But man, one thing I am learning is that when you're the only person you know who does YouTube as a full-time job and everyone else has regular jobs, it's really hard to get them all scheduled together on the same day. So yeah, I've been trying for that forever. I'm going to work my hardest to get an episode of an anime roundtable out before season 3 of My Hero Academia comes out, because goddamn do we need to talk about My Hero Academia. We love that fucking show.
Yes, and everyone wants us to talk about it too.
But, like, if I'm gonna do it, I have to, like, do it in the new format that I'm trying to set up. So, yeah, I gotta get that all planned out. Although, even then it'll be hard, because I know some people who read the manga as soon as it comes out in Japan, and other people who only watch the anime, and they're like, okay, don't spoil anything from the manga for me. But I know all the manga people are gonna be like, I want to talk about this thing from the manga.
Maybe you have your separate show for manga and have a separate one for anime.
I created a 5th topic on this show. I cover everything from the world of geekery on this channel, and that's great, but it means that you talk about a lot of different stuff.
Yeah.
And the more stuff you add on there, eventually people are going to hit that breaking point where they're like, all right, I don't want to see this in my feed. Which is always a weird thing to me. It's kind of like, oh, well, I only tune into you for the comic book stuff. I don't like the movie review stuff, so I'm not going to watch your channel. It's like, why don't you just watch it on Wednesdays when the comic book show comes out and just ignore it? That's just a weird thing to me. That's like, I can understand if I came in here and was like, guess what? We're not doing comic book talk on Wednesday anymore. Now it's only the movie reviews on the weekends. Then I get like, oh, well, that's not the thing I signed up for. Done. I'm still putting out there all the stuff you guys asked for.
Yeah, maybe
that's a side topic.
Yeah, maybe you should, like, do an intro to explain, like, when your videos come out.
I need to get the schedule down a little bit. I understand. This is not what anyone tuned in for, by the way. No, it's like the behind the scenes discussion. Also, I'd like to point out that I said, yeah, I don't really talk about anime on here because it's kind of hard to keep up to date on. And Devilman Crybaby came out about, what, a month ago at this point. But January on this channel is the month in which I always do the big retrospective of the previous year, and the entire month of January is dedicated to talking about stuff from the previous year. So, yeah, I don't get to talk about anything new during January, so we're still kind of in catch-up mode right now. Yeah. But people, like, man, YouTube has put out a lot of anime. Like, they didn't make any of it as far as I can tell, but they, like, just bought the exclusive rights to have it only on their channel. And a lot of it has just kind of been like, it's alright, it's fine, it's whatever. Devilman Crybaby is the one that I have seen, like, take people by storm. Like, people are talking about this.
Yeah, it's like, and it's a remake of, like, the old Devilman. Or, like, a reboot?
Reinterpretation?
Yeah. Have you seen the original one?
No, but I've always wanted to, like, because I know it's made by, like, the godfather of manga. Like, the same guy who made Astro Boy and all this other stuff. So I've always kind of been fascinated because I had always heard, yeah, this was the fucked up stuff that he did. This was when he was like, you know what, it's time for me to work out some demons here. Because you look
literally.
There might be a reason why the show was about this. But yeah, you look at all the other stuff that he did, like Astro Boy and all that stuff, and it's like, oh, you know, it's fun, upbeat, hopeful adventure stuff, yay.
And this is like a complete 180.
It would be like if you found out that Fire and Ice was made by Walt Disney. Or like, what was Heavy Metal. If you found out that, like, Heavy Metal was made by Walt Disney, like, damn, man, you had some demons that you had to get out. If you found out that Spawn was an original concept from Stan Lee that he just kind of made in private. So yeah, I always found it fascinating, but I could never find the manga anywhere, and apparently there's only like an OVA or something.
Yeah.
But I'd always just kind of heard stories about it. The only thing of it that I've ever actually watched up until this point is also on Netflix, they did a crossover between Cyborg 009 and Devilman. It was like a 3-part miniseries. And I loved Cyborg 009 when I was a kid. Like, I always found the idea behind that really fascinating. I always wanted to see, like, someone do, like, a modern interpretation, like, try and do a reboot of it in some way, which Netflix has done, and it's garbage. It is an awful series. Don't watch the Cyborg 009 reboot that they did for Netflix. The animation is terrible. The acting's bad. Just, ooh. But this Devilman Cyborg 009 crossover was actually pretty darn good, and that was like my first taste of who Devilman is.
Yeah, it's like,
and the fascinating thing about it is that 3-part miniseries starts off by showing you the end of each of their series. So you see the last adventure that Cyborg 009 went on, and you see the last adventure that Devilman went on. And Cyborg 009, it ends with, all right, we have to stop these androids that think they're gods, and they're far superior to us, so we gotta come together, team, let's do this. Devilman ends with the giant turtle demon that you see halfway through this season, and it's got the souls of all of his friends' chest, and it's like, you have to kill us, Sakura. No! Like, killing his friend, like, one of these things is not like the other. Yeah, it was like, that was my first taste of Devilman. I was like, oh, I get what this thing is now.
Yes, I also did not see the original Devilman, but I've watched reviews on it. It's I don't know if, do you know Bennett the Sage? He does.
I've heard of him.
Yeah, he does Anime Abandoned, which he does like reviews.
Oh, that I've heard of.
Yeah,
okay.
anime. Yeah, so he does like reviews of like old anime, and he did like a review for the original Devilman. So that's how I got introduced to that.
Okay, so yeah, so we both have vague knowledge of it. I don't know why I got British accent when I said both. Sometimes my mouth does not do what I want it to. So we both have vague knowledge of this, but we never actually watched it. But that doesn't really matter for squat in this, because this is a total reimagining.
Yeah.
The characters are the same.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much it. All the way down to the fact, and this is something that bugged the crap out of me because they never ever explain this. The Devilman manga and anime that exist in our world also exist in the Devilman Crybaby world.
Yeah.
And no one ever brings that up. Like, no one ever brings up, like, when Akira in this first turns into the Devilman, he goes, I'm not a demon, I'm a Devilman! And
it's like there's like a kid who like watches like the Devilman anime.
His like little brother watches it.
Well, his foster family, But it's like, it's like this big popular show with the kids, so he's like, oh, maybe I will be a Devilman too.
That's the feeling that you gotta be like if you suddenly got superpowers and it's like, I'm not human, I'm Superman. But it's like that's, no one ever goes, oh, so you named yourself after that old TV show? Or isn't it weird that the demon you turn into also looks exactly the same as the one in that old TV show? And it's like, but there's a way of explaining it. They don't say it in here, but they give you like the slightest hints of how it could possibly work out. We'll talk about that when it goes in spoiler mode. But again, it's so weird that like even if there is an explanation for it, it's weird that no one would ever go up to him and go, yeah, so you do realize you look just like Devilman, right? Like, isn't that kind of odd?
Yeah, it's like you'd think like the people would pick up on that. It's like, oh, hey, he looks just like the guy in that TV show. And in that TV show, he does good things and protects us. Maybe this guy does the same thing too.
Yeah, I mean, there is a moment in which I'm going to get both these confused constantly, so I had to actually bring it up. When Miki, because there's a Miki and there's a Miko. Actually, there's two Mikis, but
but one of them changed their name. Well, like
because the other one becomes better at sports than she was,
and she becomes more popular. So
exactly. But there's a moment in which Miki has to go on the run, and so she's cleaning up her little brother's room, and it is nothing but Devilman action figures, Devilman posters. I'm like, how has no one in this family mentioned this thing at this point? This seems just so odd to me.
Yeah.
But basically, what this is, this kid Akira, who is living with Miki's family as like their foster brother because his parents are scientists who are going out across the world, and basically they like had to abandon him with this family, and like so he has seen them like twice in his entire life as parents. So he's been abandoned with them, but they've raised him his entire life. But he has this friend who he met like through his science parents, like when he was younger. He still used to live with his science parents. His friend Rio, and Rio is this like one of the smartest people on the planet, one of the wealthiest people on the planet. He runs a giant corporation, even though he's like 16, and he dresses incredibly like flamboyantly. Like he's got this giant, lavish white coat.
Yeah, white fur coat.
Yeah, lavish, I guess is a better word for it. But like this gigantic like coat that's like 6 times the size that he is, and he carries guns around with him, even though he's in Japan where that's completely outlawed. And he's got like subatomic machine guns in his coat. It's like, what the fuck is that? Like, it's so weird to me, like, looking at Akira in the beginning, because he's this very meek, like, oh, yes, hey, like, he is a crybaby. Like, he cries at, like, the drop of a hat because he just feels sad for so many other people. And then he's got, like, the biggest douchebag friend.
Yeah.
So it's so odd, but it's also so odd that it's like, this guy's running his own company, and you're just a regular, typical high schooler, and you two are best friends. How does that work out? It makes sense when it goes along, but it's just a very weird contrast.
Yeah.
And I fucking hated Rio throughout this entire thing. But you're supposed to.
You're supposed to, yeah.
It's not like I'm pointing at the actor and going, you did a bad...
it's like...
No, he's a douchebag.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be... You're supposed to him.
Yeah.
He's a villain in a puppet show. The audience is supposed to shake their fist and boo him.
Yeah.
So that's who he is throughout this entire show. And it begins with him like going, listen, I was studying under this professor down in South America, and he got possessed and turned into a demon, and I've been studying it more. It turns out that demons do exist in the world, and they do possess human beings. If you've been noticing, crime rates have been going up, sin has been going up. What we're going to do, we're going to try and capture a demon. So they go to this underground party, and like there's sex, there's drugs, all this stuff, like just people going up to them, like offering to sleep with them right there.
Offering them drugs and just,
and then Rio basically says, this isn't good enough to draw out the demons. And they just takes out a knife and just starts murdering people.
Yeah, just stabbing them randomly all over the place.
And then the demons do come out and they start possessing people. And like, it's body horror. Like, it is Cronenberg times 1,000.
Yeah, we should probably like talk about the animation in this, because this is trippy as fuck.
It is so fucked up. Like, I saw someone on Twitter like capture a screen cap of Rio, and like one of Rio's hands was way bigger than the other. It's like like that.
Yeah.
And he wasn't like transforming. It was just him striking a pose. And like the caption on Twitter said, an animator friend of mine actually recommended this show to me. And I was like, yes, the animation, like when people are like transforming or when they're doing some of the demons, it's trippy as hell. But even when people are just normal, it looks odd. Like it doesn't look right. Like, I mean, there is a moment in the beginning of this in which you see everybody in this show is in the track and field team, and there's a moment in which you see Miki, like the main girl in here, like she's on the track team and she's running, and then you see Miko, the other girl, and she's got cartoonishly large breasts that are just like going like two directions.
Yeah, it's like if you are on track and you do have big boobs like that, you definitely need to wear a sports bra, because running like that is super uncomfortable.
Yeah. So yeah, it's like, that's not a demon thing, that's just a normal person thing. It just looks so like crazy the way that they were like animating them.
Yeah, but
like even just the people standing around, like just their weird little motions are like not human in any way. But that's the point.
Yeah, it fits with the atmosphere
and
of
the world
this,
that they've created.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that's the thing about this show, is that it's real easy to look at this show and look at the animation and go, oh, that's bad. But then you watch it and you realize, yes, it is bad. On purpose, because it's supposed to make you feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's
and like kind of queasy just watching it.
Yeah, it's like, the best way I could describe it is like a Ren and Stimpy cartoon.
Oh, that's a good way to do it.
Yeah, because like the animation is good.
Yes.
But the style is very unusual, like not what we're used to, like basically.
It's what Sigmund Freud called the uncanny,
right.
Which is basically, he said it's a feeling that you get of discomfort and that something isn't right because something looks normal, except not quite. Something is just not right about something, and that gives you this great feeling of discomfort. This entire show is uncanny with the way that looks. Like, even when people are just being human, they're so just slightly twisted and off. And it's like, oh, this doesn't feel right.
Yeah, and that plays in with, like, basically the plot of this, because it's about, like, demons possessing humans, so it's so, like, having...
It's about sin.
About sin, like, so having these people who are, like, corrupted, both, like, figuratively and literally.
Yeah, and it's not even, like, the animation that captures that feeling. It's also, like, what the animation decides to focus on and what the story decides to tell, because, yeah, this is about demons, so it's about sin. And... like I said, the show starts off with the track and field thing, and I talked about how Miko's like breasts are like cartoonish in the way they're being drawn. But then like one of the opening shots is like the girls like getting up and getting set like down on the starting line, and like it is just the camera is up in their ass.
Yeah.
And it's like, normally I would want to critique something like this. Normally I would want to look at this and be like, dude, that's just obscene.
Yeah, basically in a normal anime that would be like gross sleazy fan service, but in this one it's actually like proving that this world is full of sin, like lust.
It's not like a hey, here you go audience. It's trying to make you go, ew, what is wrong with you, cameraman? And yeah, it does that. Because, I mean, there's so many moments in here in which you've got, like, nudity, you've got, like, sex, like, all this stuff going on here. And it's never meant to be sexy.
No.
Like, it's always meant to make you go, oh, no, put that away.
Yeah, it's meant to be bizarre and off the wall and
yeah,
weird.
There's, like, one moment in which Miki gets possessed by a demon, and the demon just has her stripped down naked. And this is clearly, like, the woman who, the girl who our protagonist, Akira, has been kind of sort of in love with. Like, it's not quite said out loud until towards the end of this. But yeah, like, they clearly are the couple for this show, the ones you want to see get together. And this is like episode 3 or 4 in which, like, the demon has Miki just stripped down naked and is just hitting on him. And he's like, no, this ain't right. And then, like, he has to go on a chase sequence of her, like, butt naked, like, running across the city. And it's never meant to make you go, oh yeah, it's the main girl naked. And it's meant to make you go, oh god, someone put some clothes on that girl. This is wrong. Like, as I was watching that, the only thing that I could think in my head was, this poor girl's reputation will be ruined if anyone sees her. It's like, oh god, this demon is wrecking her life right now. And that's what you're supposed to feel about that. So yeah, we just had to get that out of the way because from the outside, just look, I don't know any other way to watch this show, but just at a glance, when you see the show, yeah, you will look at, like, the bizarre animation and just the massive amounts of, like, nudity and sex and, like...
Violence, lots of violence.
And violence and gore, and you'll think, oh, this is all just, like, pure id. Like, this is nothing but just the basest human level of entertainment, and it's not.
No.
But it's trying to play on that. Like... I said it's pure id. It's like, yeah, because that's where the demons live, in your id. It's and that's basically what this is. It's trying to capture that tone. So it does that pretty damn well.
Yeah.
Shockingly well. But basically, so Akira at this party, this demon ends up coming out, and then Rio starts saying, come now, and calls out the specific demon's name.
Yeah.
And this giant demon, like, it's just a big face comes by and, like, eats him. And eats Akira, but then Akira, like, takes control of the demon and, like, he transforms into Devilman. And I was looking at that, I was like, it's so weird that, like, never comes up again in here. Like, he's, like, it never really covers, like, oh, the reason you were able to overcome this demon when every other human can't overcome it is this. Like, that never really gets explained. It's just...
Until the next episode.
Wait, it was?
Yeah.
What did I miss? What was the explanation?
Well, like, basically, like, after, like, the party, like, Ryu explains to him, like, you have the devil, you have the soul of a devil, but you have the heart of a man. That's why you're able to control the demon.
That's not the explanation of why he can do it. That's the explanation, well, okay, that's the explanation of why he didn't get possessed by the devil, but it's not the explanation of why everyone else, like, everyone has the heart of a human. Why is it that he specifically, like, can control this? Like, is it only that, what I'm trying to say is, what is the reason that when other people get possessed by the demons, they become demons? Why is it that when he got possessed by the demon, he kept his heart? Why did the other people lose their heart?
I thought it was, like, because, like, the other people, like, gave in to sin.
Oh, okay.
That was kind of my idea. And,
I guess that, okay.
And Akira, because, like, he is so sensitive, and like you said, because he cries and he feels sympathy, he still maintained his human heart. That's what I got from it.
Okay, I guess I can see that. Alright, that's fair enough. But yeah, it's one of those things where, like, there's never, like, a moment in which, like, Akira, like, talks to the demon.
No.
Even though, like, you see other demons who know the demon that's inside him, like, come to him later in this show. You never, like, get that sense that, like, the demons... I mean, yeah, you do get the sense that the demon is still in there. Because, like, there's that moment in which, like, the demon's old girlfriend or his old flame, whatever you want to call it, when she comes to him and was like, yeah, I'm going to convert you back. And yeah, you kind of see, like, Akira kind of going a little bit nuts in there, but then Akira still, like, is there in control. it did kind of make me look at it as like, okay, so is he still like in that body? Like, is the mind of the demon still in there? What happened to it? Like, I feel like that was one thing which I don't feel like they covered that enough. Like, I would have liked to have seen like, you know, him actually communicating with the demon inside of him, like actually like, you know, maybe having to confront the demon. Because instead it was like, okay, the demon takes him over. Nope, Akira's still in control, but he's now got the devil powers. And it was like, okay, is this like some Venom, Eddie Brock symbiote stuff? Is this like some Naruto, Ninetales Fox thing going on? Like, how exactly is the relationship between him and the demon? Like, that's one thing I don't feel like they covered enough.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Because, like, I felt like as long as he, like, kept his humanity and his kindness, he was still in control of, like, his devil powers. But, like, there was, like, a moment in this anime where he starts to get horny and, like, he starts, like, he starts lusting over Miki. And that's sort of like when his devil form comes out, because that's him giving into sin and giving into lust.
Yeah.
So he's trying to fight that.
And I can see that, but what I'm saying is, okay, so when the devil stuff starts to come out of him during that moment, is the mind of the devil still inside of him? Is the devil that possessed him still living inside of him and it's now coming out? Or is it just like his baser instincts turning him into a monster kind of thing?
I thought it was like more of his basic instincts.
Okay, then my question is, what the hell happened to like the mind of the demon that possessed him? Like, does it exist at all anymore?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's something that I wish had been kind of addressed.
Okay, I see what you're getting at now.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're basically saying, is it him referring to his instincts, or is it the demon taking over?
Basically, like, does he have does the devil powers like give him like impulses that he's trying to fight? Or is there like an actual mind of a demon inside of him and the demon's trying to come back out and take control of his body? That's what I'm trying to wonder.
Like, I felt like it was like the demon trying to like come out, and like whenever like Akira gives into sin, it starts like getting more strength. So that's my take on it.
That's my take as well, but then it kind of like, but then that's my complaint about it. I wish that we had seen him like hearing the demon's voice inside of his head, or like having to like actually talk to the demon, like confront it, basically.
I kind of like that they didn't do that, because it gives you like an air of mystery as to, like what is the history behind this demon, which obviously you end up finding out later in the anime, which we'll get to later on.
But again, I think I like that air of mystery, because when it comes to that, when you learn the big mystery at the end, they even still don't say like, this is how this connects to this, but they give you enough hints of it, which we'll get into in a moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, this thing, like, first, like, 3-4 episodes, it's like, okay, we're starting at a good pace going here, like, because it's Rio and Akira having to team up to go out there.
Yes. Like, for the first episode, it was a lot to take in, like, not just, like, image-wise, but, like, plot-wise. There was, like, a lot of info dumping, I felt. But, like, once you understand what's going on, it's like, oh, right, this is kick-ass. Yeah, let's go do this. I want to see some weird shit. I want to see Damien's get all fucked up. Like...
But man, they amped this shit up so quick.
Yeah.
Because it is like episode 5 or something, which is like, my parents are finally coming back. I'm finally gonna get to see them again. And then that big turtle demon that I described as being like apparently the end of the previous series, he comes in halfway through this fucking thing and comes in, kills his parents, and then he has to confront his dad who is possessed by this demon.
Yeah, and his mom's
soul is like on the shell.
Yeah.
And like, you have to kill me in order to kill it. It's like, yeah, man, the previous thing waited until the end to pull this out. This thing, holy cow.
Yeah, it's like, oh, this is just the tip of the iceberg. Like, seriously.
This is just when things started to get messed up. And it gets to that point in which there's the big track rally that they've been going on. And the way that they run after they turn into a demon.
Yeah, that's like really creepy.
It's so creepy, and I feel like that sums up like the tone of this.
Right.
Like the perfect tone of like the animation and like the feeling of this, because like they run like animals almost on all fours. Like their arms and legs almost get longer too when they run.
Yeah, but it's still in a human body.
It's still in a human body, so it looks so not right.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, but this is still like, it looks crazy, but it's supposed to look crazy, so they're doing it right. So yeah, you have to be able to just like accept that.
Yeah.
But it gets to that point in the big track and field rally, in which like, this entire time, we've been able to tell that Rio is up to something evil. And Akira just was going along with it just fine. Just like, okay, well, no, he knows what's best. Rio's always knows what's best. Like, how the fuck do you not see this? But there comes a point in which, he's got the big track field thing, and Rio has created this like drink that will turn someone who is a Devilman, someone who is possessed by a demon, but has the demon still at bay inside of them, and still has their human form. It will cause them to revert to the demon form. The demon will just go berserk.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, there in the track thing, there's another another runner who ends up getting possessed by the demon because
there's two actually.
Yes, two of them, but like the one that ends up drinking the stuff. Actually, I think both of them.
No, one of them got stopped before it happened, I think.
No, I meant like both of them like got possessed by demons on purpose because they wanted to be faster.
Yes. Which the weird thing is, one of them we don't even see up until the moment that they're already possessed, which is so odd because when you get possessed by a demon, you now look differently. Like Akira was this little tiny like hey everyone kind of guy, and then like he is a big old hunk after he gets possessed.
Yeah, and the thing is like everyone just assumes he went through puberty or something. So
all within the night. But the girl who is like the best track runner at the school and also his foster sister is Miki. But there was another girl at the school before Miki got there whose name was also Miki, and she was the former best track and field star. And now that she is the second one, everyone just calls her Miko. So she and Miki have always been friends, but she's always kind of resented Miki for taking her name. Yeah. Why can't I be Miki?
Take her name, take her like fame and everything, take the spotlight.
And so she's kind of felt like worthless. And she ends up developing this relationship with, like, a running thing throughout this whole series is this group of, like, 4 guys who go around just rapping constantly.
Yeah. Like, and at first like thugs.
Well, at first I found it to be, like, really weird that they would just stop to have, like, a rap sequence. But then it kind of hit me. These are, like, what do you call them? From, like, Shakespearean plays, from, like, classic Victorian plays, like the musical guys who just show up and like sing what's happening.
I was gonna say muses, but that's like Greek.
That's Greek, yeah.
Yeah, but like that's basically kind of the same.
Kind of, but it's in old plays there used to be like characters who would show up just to sing part of the plot, and then it would return to the story. And I was like, that's what they are. Oh, I get it. I'm actually okay with this now. But one of them actually develops a crush on Miko, and they start getting along. And then they go to a party, and the party gets attacked by a demon, and then Miko pops up, like, the next day at school, like, now a foot taller, like, totally slim, like, got her hair braided differently, and she's like, yeah, fuck Miki, I'm going to get my name back, like, she's just being a complete bitch. But there is also this other track and field star who pops up, whose hair looks exactly the same as the guy who had been hitting on her, except he looks buffer and bigger, so I was like, okay, well, that's him after he went through this. But why is he on the track team? He wasn't on that. Wait, that wasn't his name. And I spent like 2 episodes straight going, so is he that guy or not this guy? What's the deal with this? And then there came like one moment in which you see like Miko at her home, and you see like that guy's body like there in her house, and like she's clearly been eating him. So it's like, fuck, it's not that guy. But it was a very weird decision of them to make the new character they introduced as soon as they got rid of the old character had the exact same haircut as that old character. But yeah, so he's there with the track and field thing. He drinks this juice and he goes berserk. And like this is being televised throughout the entire world. And Rio had been planning this like, yeah, this is exactly what I wanted.
Yeah, it's like he's like, we need to let humans know that demons exist, and this is how we're gonna do it.
So, and I kept looking at that like, what exactly did Akira think was going to happen with, like, because Rio never even really hid what he was going to do. And yet when it happened, Akira was like, stop it, Rio, stop it, this isn't what we wanted. And I was like, are you sure? Because it's almost exactly word for word what Rio said he wanted. Like, I admire how wide-eyed and innocent Akira is, and I think it makes him the perfect kind of protagonist for a story like this. But dude, there came a point where it was like, he's not even hiding to you what he plans on doing with this shit. How are you still, like, just like, okay, well, I'm sure you know what's best, Rio. And then at the end when all this was going on, it's like, this isn't what you wanted, Rio. It's like, yes, it was. So yeah, the demon goes nuts, starts killing everyone. And then from there, it becomes a totally different show.
Yeah, it's like the apocalypse, pretty much.
Overnight, like, people have gone to war with themselves because they don't know who could be a demon. Mm-hmm. So overnight, it is just man killing man because, I thought they were a demon. And when they do find a demon, the army comes out and murders them. And Devilman is just like, why is everyone killing each other? Why can't you get along with the demons? And then he sets up this idea of he gets, like, those 2 track and field runners, like Miko and the other one, and gets them to, like, going to this empty apartment complex and is like, I'm going to get all the other Devilmen like me here, and we're going to be safe and protected from mankind. And they're the only ones that get together, and I kind of hated that because I was like, this is a cool idea. Like, it's like, the rest of the series is him like finding other Devilmen and trying to like basically building the Charles Xavier School for Devilmen.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, like at the end, there are a bunch of random Devilmen show up. It's like, oh, where were you before?
That man, that ticked me off so much because at the end of this thing, we're now getting into like major spoilers. So that ticked me off so much because at the end of this, when he is like, all right, we have to go and stop. I'll still save a few spoilers here, but yeah, we have to go and stop this person. All of a sudden, you see thousands of Devilmen around him, and it's just like, yeah, we're all gonna do this. We're all here for you. The Devilmen will stand united. And then, like, you see, like, one guy who's, like, in a wheelchair and goes, yeah, we're gonna do this. And the guy gets out of the wheelchair and just turns into a giant demon.
Well, you kind of missed this, but there was, like in the first episode, the guy in the wheelchair, which I think he's, like, in charge of the attract team.
Oh, that was that guy?
Yeah. Like,
I didn't know that was the same guy.
No,
wow.
It was, because there was, like, one moment where just, like, basically it keeps cutting to him, and he's just, like, staring off into space and into the sky.
I remember that, yeah.
Yeah, but then, like, it just keeps going back to him. But then, one moment, there's a fly going over his head, and he opens his mouth, and his frog tongue just pops out.
I completely missed that.
Yes, you completely...
Okay,
yeah.
Fair enough. All right. Yeah, I take my complaint away from that one specific guy, but still, just the fact that there were thousands of Devilmen around, I was like, we're all coming together. I was like, this would have been great if we had met more than two of you.
Yeah, there was also, his cat ended up being a
Yeah, where the fuck did that come from? Is that another thing I missed?
No, it's just like, I mean, they just keep showing the little black cat pawing at his food bowl, but other than that, no.
Yeah.
I mean, also, I had no idea, like, Devilman in a cat body? Like, wouldn't that be like a devil cat?
How the cat get possessed by a devil? Yeah, that was a weird one.
Yeah. I mean, I understand, like, basically they say, like, devils are throughout history, they take on different forms, like El Chupacabra and all that, so it's like, okay, black cats are often considered bad luck and associated with the devil, so I guess that's kind of why.
I don't have a problem with the cat being a devil. I have a problem with the fact that it's like, dude, again, out of fucking nowhere. Like, this show really feels to me like, you know what, I'll save that for later because it's still going into like little spoilers here, but yeah. But yeah, at the end of this, like, humans start going to war with each other, like, even like America decides to like bomb Russia.
Yeah, there's like nuclear warfare pretty much.
And then it's revealed like, oh, the people who are planning that are actually like devils themselves. And then like war is about to start, and then all of a sudden just a giant like light shines on the earth, and Rio flips the fudge out when that happens. Mm-hmm. And he realizes it's God coming down to like punish the devils. And that's when Rio's like, how do I know all this? And I was like, yeah, good question. How do you know any of this stuff? And then he goes back to like the village where the scientist was studying, and he finds like a little statue built to him there. Mm-hmm. And that's when he suddenly remembers, I'm Satan.
Yes.
I am like the classic biblical, I rebelled against God, I got kicked out of heaven, I went across the cosmos, I found Earth, and at the time, Earth was ruled by demons. It was nothing but demons here, and I like the demons. The demons spoke my language. They actually made sense. And then God decided the demons couldn't have the Earth, and he punished us, and so it was basically the asteroid that killed the dinosaurs.
Yeah, so like basically the dinosaurs were like the demons.
Demons, yeah.
Yeah.
And he just wiped them all out. And then basically he just eventually got reincarnated and was reborn to this tribe, and he was a completely like albino, like white hair, white face, everything. And Akira's family is the one that found him, and so that's why they became friends. And that's when it's kind of explained, like, okay, the reason why he knows, like, it's never actually said, but you can kind of tell from there, the reason why why Rio was so determined to get Akira possessed by this specific demon, and he was calling out that demon's name, like, yeah, take him now, this demon's name, is because Akira was the only one who was nice to Rio. But you get that sense that Satan and this demon had like a relationship.
Yeah, it's going. Like I think he was being possessed by like Satan's most powerful demon.
Or I got the sense it was the one that he had like that he loved. Like basically they
cared for the most.
Most. Yeah. In other words, like basically like I'm going to combine my old friend with my new friend into one thing. Yay!
Yay! Kind of everything will be perfect after that, right?
Yes. But after he remembers this, he was like, yeah, I kept trying to bring the demons out, and I didn't know why. Now I know why. Because I like the demons. I didn't want to destroy them. I didn't want mankind to destroy them. I wanted the demons to destroy mankind. And the humans have already been destroying themselves ever since they learned about demons. And then, like, yeah, because that is something, if you are one of those people who is like, man, I hate those shows where it's man is the true villain and we're the ones who, like, can't be trusted, man, mankind will kill itself one day. It's like, yeah, don't watch this show. Like, this is the most nihilistic show I have ever seen. Like, this is just a fuck everything, nothing matters kind of show.
And it's like, what's the term I'm looking for? Misanthropic.
Yeah.
Yes, basically. Basically, this show is very misanthropic. It is, like, there's, like, so much hatred towards, like, humankind and humanity. Yep. And considering how shitty things have been in the world, it's really
this
not...
This really isn't the show that you should be watching at this point in time.
No, it's not.
Ooh, man.
Ooh, yeah, but it's like... The thing that really pissed me off is, like, even when there was, like, tiny glimmers of hope and kindness in this world, it was like, stepped out, like, nope, there's no hope for humanity.
The only time this show gives you hope is when they want to, like, twist that knife. Like, that hope is the rope they will use to hang you with in the very next scene. Because there is a moment in which Devilman is flying around and he sees, like, all these humans have been tied up to stakes and are being stoned. By other humans who think they're demons even though they're not, and Devilman just stands there in front of them with his hands out and goes, no, stop it, they're humans, why are you humans like this? And then eventually he just, like, says, I'm not gonna do anything, like, gives a speech about humans coming together, and then, like, everybody kind of looks at themselves and realizes what they're doing, and, like, some of them want to keep throwing stones, but, like, the ones who realize what they're doing, they, like, turn them away, and, like, little kids come up and start hugging him, and, like, then the adults hug him and say, thank you, we're wrong about you. Then guess what? That track and field star, not Miko, but the other one whose name we don't remember, he comes up and goes, yeah, fuck you, and turns into a demon and attacks him. I betrayed mankind, I'm with the demons now.
It's like, no, the thing is he said, the humans won't accept me, so I'll be with the demons. And the demons, like, look at him, like, what makes you think we'll accept you too? And they kill him too. So it's like, yeah, you're screwed either way. Wow.
Yeah. No, they did accept him because he turned on Devilman there.
Oh, I thought, like, they killed him, like, off after, or, like, maybe...
No, he was killed in the big battle.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Or was he? Man, I'm forgetting how...
Yeah, it's been...
Man, when people start dying in here, it's hard to keep up.
Yeah.
But
then there's Miki's death,
Yeah.
Oh.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah,
man.
like, I thought, like...
That one, I wanted to just stop watching right there, because, like, we had one episode left, and I was like, fuck everything.
Yeah.
Because Miki is like... She is the perfect cinnamon roll, like, sweetest thing.
Like, the precious cinnamon roll I want to protect, including Akira. He's like, he realizes that she is the reason why he wants to keep living.
Yeah, she's the reason he's still human, and will hold on to his human heart.
Mm-hmm. And he tries to go back to her to save her.
Man, what happens right before that is that Rio goes on national television, and still at this fucking point, Akira is still like, it's okay, Rio's gotta solve this all. The humans are fighting each other, but Rio's gotta prove to them that they don't have to. Rio's gotta tell them that they can trust the demons. And he goes, we have to destroy all the fucking demons. And you know something? Demons take hold of you if you're upset in life. So if you see anybody who you think might be upset, might not be happy with the way things are, you need to murder them.
How can you be happy with how things are? There is, like, literally war.
You're not paying attention. It's like, yeah, it was one of those, like, it was the most 1984 broadcast you could imagine. and then he even, like, finally, like, this was, like, the moment when he was like, does Akira still think I'm on his side? All right, fine. I have to do the worst thing to prove to him. So he then goes, I know this because my friend Akira got possessed by a devil. Here's the video footage of it. And it's a bunch of horribly edited together footage that makes it look like he gets turned into it. And then, like, all these people start turning on Akira, but then Miki comes up to him and just goes, no, I know you're still in there. I know you're still a human. You were crying when you found out what happened to my family. Which, by the way, that was fucked up.
Yes, it was. There's a lot of fucked up shit.
In, like, the last 3 episodes, this is just, like, everybody's going. Mm-hmm. Everyone. Like, because, yeah, like, her little brother got turned into a demon.
And he ends up eating his mother.
Yeah, and he's crying while he's doing it, and the father finds him while he's eating him, and he's crying. He's like, I have to kill you. No! Like, it's just
like he's trying to, like, get himself to, like, end his family's suffering, but then the army comes in and just shoots everybody. Yeah, it's like wow.
And, like, after he tells Miki about that, like, he's still crying about you, and she's like, no, when you found out what happened to my family, you were crying. I know you're still in there. I know you're still Akira. And so he has to go out and confront Rio, but as soon as he leaves, all the, like, neighborhood people come over. It's like, we know he's inside, and they start, like, burning down the house. They start kicking in the door, and then you see all those like thuggish guys who have been the rappers throughout this entire thing. They're there, and they're trying to protect them now. Like they're on their side. They're fighting to save the day. I was like, go guys, go! And then one by one, they start getting killed. It's like, oh fuck, man. And this thing ends with, oh man, it ends with Akira has to get back to them. He is racing back to save them, and you see Miko and Miki having like one last moment of, I really care about you, I still love you too, I'm so sorry that like I hated you all this time, oh I still love you, and it's very touching. But then like Miko, like she gets shot, even her devil form, and she's like there like, oh I can't convert back, run, I can't keep running, you have to run Miki, promise me you'll keep running. And then like you just see like Miko getting killed off in the background while Miki's running. And then she's having like flashbacks to like her life with Akira, flashbacks to her talking about how much she loves running because she loves the idea of just going a little step further. And then off in the distance, you see another group of thugs coming up. So she turns and she's got thugs on both sides of her. And she's running and she's like trying to like reach out for Akira, like, Akira will come and get me, Akira will come and get me. And then stab, slash through the back, just murder. And then Akira finally arrives home and you just see the house on fire. And you see every single person he knew, like, all the rapper guys, Miko, all of them have been disembodied, their body parts on pikes. You see Miki's head on a spike just up in front of flames. I was like, fuck.
And at that point, that's when he snaps and he kills those people. He said, like, because like early on when he first turned into a demon, he's like, Rio, if I ever kill a human, you have to kill me, because that was like his vow, like he's there to protect humans, not kill them. But this drew him over the edge.
Yeah, man.
And I don't blame him.
We had one episode left at that point, and I was just like, I fuck everything.
It's like, what what is there left? What is there left?
I know. What the like, there got to be a point that was like, here's the thing. I have always said I hate Deus Ex Machinas, because Deus Ex Machina, it's just the laziest form of writing out there. And Deus Ex Machina literally means God from the machine. Because back in old Greek theater, when they didn't have an answer to how to fix the end of the play, they would literally have the gods arrive, being carried down by a big machine, and the god would come down and go, I solve everything, and then they would leave on the same machine. So that's where the term Deus Ex Machina comes down. At the end of this, however, there is one time when I am okay with Deus Ex Machinas. There is one time when the Deus Ex Machina ending is just fine with me, and it's when things have gotten so shitty, I am okay with God just coming down and helping out the hero. When
you were begging for that.
The one time which Deus Ex Machinas are okay is when things are so horrible for our protagonist, I am happy with an answer just coming in and solving everything just because, just in their suffering, just make them happy. At the end of this, I was like, we know God exists, and we know God is very invested in what Satan is doing with the demons. Just let God come down and be like, Akira, I have seen into your soul. I know that humanity still can exist because I have seen within you. Bam, everything is back normal. And they wakes up at the dinner table with Miki and her family. Like, I would have like been like, oh, thank you. Oh, okay, thank you. That ain't happening.
Nope.
Yeah.
Well, God does come again, but it's a little too late by then.
Yeah, what did I say about just them stepping out hope?
Yep. Yeah, so basically it doesn't just end with like the demons and the humans killing off everyone.
The last episode of this feels like it takes place over the course of a decade.
Yeah.
Because at the end of this, when Akira, which by the way, the head rapper guy gives Miki like an earring and goes, this has always brought me good luck. It's been my good luck charm. As long as you have this on you, nothing will kill you. Nothing will hurt you. Nothing bad will happen to you, I should say. Then she gets murdered. And she was like, she wanted to give that off to Akira. And I thought that was great because they're track and field runners and they've always said like...
Yeah, pass the baton.
Pass the baton. So it's like the earring is now the baton. Pass that on. This is the good luck thing. And no, it didn't save her. But then as like Akira is laying her down to rest, like putting her in her grave, he sees the earring and he takes it and he puts it on himself. And I was like... She still passed on. He's still God. It's gonna be okay. It is not fucking okay for him.
No.
Like, that earring does nothing. That earring again, it's that little glimmer of hope. That little sparkling earring is like, that's my glimmer of hope. Something good will come from that. No, that earring is there solely so that you will think something good will happen.
And it's just like, you. And they do like flashbacks to like when they were little and they were on track, and Akira would pass the baton to Rio, but Rio would never take it.
That is an amazing sequence, I think.
Yeah, and it's like, that just kind of shows you like, Rio doesn't give a shit.
Fuck Rio! He's a terrible piece of shit.
He is Satan after all. So.
But this whole thing ends with, like, after he puts Miki in her grave, all the other Devilmen come out and is like, we're gonna fight beside you. Yeah, we're gonna go into this, which we've already talked about that. Yeah, like, it would have been nice if we knew these guys.
Yeah, it's like, where were you before? Like
we don't get any sense of how many Devilmen are out there before this. Like, we think it's like a rarity, and now there's like thousands of them. Okay, fine. Yeah, that I didn't think worked out. But then, like, it then comes to Satan with his army of demons, and he's at, like, the Grand Canyon or something, like, somewhere out in the, like, United States desert at, like, a secret facility base out there. And he goes, this is where the last human beings are being kept. And I was like, wait, what? How long of a time skip has there been? Because, like, yeah, he goes, the last human beings are stored up in this bunker. It's like, when did all the other ones get killed off? Like, we haven't seen any of that.
No.
I mean, we've seen human beings getting killed.
Yeah, but like we haven't seen like massive.
We haven't seen an apocalyptic thing. We haven't seen countries being wiped out. Or anything.
Just like towns being bombed and destroyed, but like not like actual countries.
Yeah, you do see like countries being attacked at one point, but not like, again, the last human beings are all in this one location. That seems like it would have taken a couple of years to pull off. But they go in there and like, yeah, now the human beings have like weapons specifically made to fight the demons, and like the humans are now taking out a couple of the demons again. And yeah, it's so, again, it feels like decades passed between those two episodes. But there's like a moment in there in which they were like torturing demons. And it's one of the grossest scenes in the whole thing. I'm not even going to say it on here because I know I won't be approved. I know I won't be approved for ads with that. Which, by the way, YouTube recently, we did a review of 50 Shades Freed. Not that I wanted to, but that's what we do on the show. We do movie reviews. I did a review of 50 Shades Freed, and YouTube came in and said it's not approved for advertising. And I had them do the manual review of it, and for the first time ever, they came back and said, yeah, it's still not approved for advertising. We're sorry. And then someone told me there were 8 ads during that video when they watched it. 8. I went, okay, well, they told me there are limited or no ads, so I guess maybe limited means they do put some ads in there.
But not a lot? Or?
But 8 is not limited. And then they told me, oh, it wasn't all at the beginning. It was like sprinkled throughout. The video kept stopping to show an ad, and I was like, I don't do that.
Is that a new thing YouTube does? Or?
No, because here's the thing. You can place ads wherever you want in your video. I always say at the beginning and at the end of a video. And they said, no, there was 1 at the beginning, then 7 throughout the rest of the video. And I went, I did not do that. That's some bullshit, YouTube.
Did you fix that, or are you in the process?
I can't fix it. I can't, because I went on the thing, and yeah, I checked it again and just said beginning, end, nothing in the middle. It's not on me. I'm not doing that.
And you're still not getting paid for it, or?
As far as I can tell. I mean, it takes a couple of weeks before like it actually shows, here's how much ad revenue you got from something. But yeah, I'm going to keep checking that. And I'm going to see if I'm getting ad money, if I'm getting money off that. And even if I am getting ads, I don't know who to contact about, like, why the fuck are there 7 ads in the middle of my video when I didn't tell you to put ads in the middle of my video? Because I can't go on there and go turn off ads in the middle of the video. It's already turned off. It's just there. If you ever see an ad in the middle of my video, I used to do that. I haven't done it in like a year. So if you ever see something in the middle of one of my videos, let me know, because I'm not doing that. And that raises questions. But anyway, as we were saying, so they're getting like, they're like torturing this woman, and then like when the demons free her, she goes, I'm not a demon, I'm a devil man. And I was like, okay, again, it feels like this would have bigger impact if we saw him like forming the Devilman army, or we saw like Devilman like at home, like watching him on the news, like making an announcement about this, like,
or like seeing Devilman getting captured and experimented on.
Yeah, like, or like, you know, you see the Devilman wanting to turn on mankind, but then they hear like Akira's speech about being a Devilman and being human, and he's like, no, I will fight this, and like, yeah, it kind of misses that. Yeah. But at the end of this, you've got this massive fight between Akira and Rio, and like, Rio keeps chopping off parts of Akira's body, and then the other Devilmen come up and go, use me, and like then bam, merges with him.
Fuse with
Yeah, like he'll have his arm chopped off, and then a big snake one will come up and go, fuse with me, and then the snake will merge with him, and now he's got a gigantic snake arm that he's punching him with. And like, that is insanely cool, but again, would be way cooler if I knew who that Snake Man guy was. Or if we had just like, you don't have to introduce every Devilman. But again, give me like, there's a moment in which Akira is making a speech to that angry crowd about being human, about embracing humanity and what makes humans great and all this. It would have been great if like someone had a camera and videotaped that and that got spread across the internet or something. And then you saw like just a bunch of Devilmen just kind of getting like, oh yeah, okay, like watching this. Like, you didn't have to introduce all of them then. Then I would just get the sense, oh, this means this much to all Devilmen. They kind of do something like that when Miki writes something out.
Yeah, she blogs about like what it means to be human and stuff.
And about how she still trusts Akira and how Akira is a good person.
And then like you see like all the people like reblog it. It's like a lot of them are like, I agree with you, but then there's other people who are like, you're a devil, go fucking die and stuff like that. So.
It's the internet.
Yep.
But yeah, so it gave us a little of that. Like you could kind of look at this and go, well, that was what Miki did.
I was hoping that would have been like hope, the glimmer of hope, but once again, it's smothered.
Yeah, because this whole thing ends, the planet is destroyed.
Yeah, it's destroyed.
The oceans are blood red.
Yeah,
the moon is cracked, and you see Satan and Akira just chilling there on a rock, and Satan is just talking to Akira, and like he even mentions like the rabbit up there is probably dead too, and then it flashes back to Akira as a little kid saying, "There's a rabbit in the moon," and he's like, "No, those are just the
craters."
Craters. Yeah. And like it sums up perfectly the relationship between them, because he's like, even if there was a rabbit up there, there's no pressure or no air, so it would probably die. We have to go up there and save it then. I was like, okay, it's just this perfect, like he wants to save and rescue everything. But I thought that was a great flashback there of like, okay, it kind of shows how long they've been together, like that he's referencing the rabbit in the moon. And yeah, that's where also like the whole like track and field thing, like when they were in kindergarten, like you would see like Miko handing the baton to Miki, and Miki would hand it to Akira, and Akira would hand it up to Rio, and Rio would just stand there, and then he would drop it to the ground. And they were splicing that against Akira constantly punching Rio, and it was basically just them trying to go like, let him reach you. Let him try and like break that asshole shell of yours, even if he has to do it with his own two fucking fists. Like, let him finally like get through to who you are. Like, punch some humanity into you, I guess is the way of saying it. Or even then, get you to give up.
Yeah.
Like, because Rio didn't want to take the baton. If he took the baton, it would be like, all right, fine, whatever. So it's like, yeah, finally just take the fucking baton and give up on being evil. Like, show some good in you. And yeah, just nope, drop. And like, yeah, that's what this show is. It's like any other anime out there. The friend helped the other friend who helped this friend, and that gives them the power to say they. Friend, in this one, friend helped this friend who helped this friend, and nope.
Now, it's funny because I always hated the power of friendship trope in all these anime, but this is the one anime where I seriously wish that was a thing.
You want Simone and Kamina to pop up in there and pierce the fucking heavens with their drill.
Pretty much, yeah.
It's what I'm saying with... And then this thing ends with him just talking. It's like, okay, well, all the demons are dead and all the humans are dead, but we're still here. It's all right. And then why aren't you talking, Akira?
You just like cut to Akira, and it's like his bottom torso is just like ripped. He's gone.
He's dead.
He's dead.
And then Satan finally just, and like right before that, Satan is just talking about. I was like, don't you see now? It's better that they were without them, because they just lived with lies, love, family, connections. It's all lies. It doesn't matter. But we're here now. And then like, why aren't you talking, Akira? What's wrong, Akira? Akira, answer me, Akira. Akira, come on. This is what? You can't leave me alone, Akira. And then, like, Satan finally starts crying at this.
It's like...
And then asteroids start coming down.
It's like, now God intervenes. It's too late now. Everything is dead.
Al Pacino was right. God is an absentee landlord.
But it's like... At the same time, it's like Rio finally learned that there is value in love, but it's just too little too late.
But it's too little too late. But here's the other thing about it. Again, it makes me look back to why did he want this specific demon to possess his specific friend? And it makes me go, what if he learned this lesson the first time around? What if he learned the lesson of like love and friendship with this demon the first time around? They were wiped out. He comes back and he's like, I don't know why, but I kind of want this demon to possess this guy. And now he learns all again, and nope, Earth wiped out again. Too late.
Yeah, it's interesting that you brought that up, because there was like there were two demons who fused together to fight off
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and Akira was like, these two seem to have loved each other very much, but Ryo is like, demons are incapable of love. So it's like
maybe Satan was like a lover scorned almost, like, or I don't know, man. What were you gonna say?
No, but it's like then it's like he doesn't really remember how powerful love is, and he didn't even remember he was a demon himself until like later on.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
but yeah, it was all kind of there. I mean, like the whole reason why he wanted to get demons to like come out in front of everyone, anyways, is
it was like in his subconscious.
Exactly, that's what I'm trying to say. But I mean, this thing ends with, it shows you like the Earth kind of beginning again, but now there's two moons. And man, I kept praying there'd be another scene in there of like Akira like waking up and like he'd be there with like Miki and Miko and like even Ryo, but Ryo would now be friends. He'd be a good guy.
Or like something. Maybe they'll stare up at the two moons or something like that.
Yes, and they'd stare up at the two moons or something. Man, yeah, I was kind of hoping that this would like give me like some hope that it's like, you know what, new world, everything's fine now. It's like, no, they're just like, nah, fuck it, man.
Credits,
done. Like, man, I was looking, like, I typed in Devilman Crybaby, and the first thing that came up was Devilman Crybaby Season 2, and I was like, there ain't gonna be one, man.
No.
It's over with. Ain't no happy endings here.
No, it's really depressing.
But yeah, as I was saying earlier, when I stopped talking, because I was like, no, that's kind of spoilers. Now that we've said everything, I can kind of say what I feel this series is. This series is like all of Evangelion and the end of Evangelion movie, except that rather than being 26 episodes and a movie, it was, what was it, like 13 episodes total?
Yeah, something like that.
It was like 10 to 13 episodes. It's short.
Yeah.
It feels like it took that many things and crammed them down. Because, yeah, it's the same level of fucked up shit.
Yeah.
But it doesn't quite get the emotional impact fully out of me, simply because it didn't have enough time to delve into everything.
If this did go on for like another season, then I felt like the ending would have been worth it.
Which, in all fairness, I still got choked up at that ending. I still got choked up when Miki died. I still kind of got choked up when Satan was there with Akira, and like he was like, "Why are you not talking to me?" I was like, "Oh, why am I feeling something now?
Why am I having feelings for this asshole?"
I know, fuck him. Actually, I don't think that's what it was. I think I was just sad for Akira too.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't crying because Satan was sad. I was crying because, no, Akira, you, god damn it.
You were our last hope.
God. Just on the lava pit. I have the high ground, Akira. You were the chosen one. You were supposed to punch this asshole in the face. Actually, he did that a lot. But man, yeah, this isn't even one of those where you can get like that level of satisfaction from, yeah, he got that one good punch in. There's like one moment when he punches Satan and he kind of gets that look of, but the rest of the time when he's punching, he's just got the, like nothing affects me, man.
Yeah.
And it's like, god damn it, I don't even get like the satisfaction of seeing you like flip the fuck out. It is, yeah, but it feels like with Evangelion. Like, Evangelion took a long time, though, to establish everybody, to establish the rules of everything, to set up how everything works in the society. Except for the whole, like, the whole virtual reality world that everyone goes into at the end of that show that was explained so poorly that people got pissed and were like, I don't even know what the fuck that was. Give me a new one. And he was like, all right, fine. Everything's dead. That's what this feels like. It feels like if you took out the original ending of Evangelion with the weird virtual reality heaven that they all create, that I even had to like look up in like online like analysis of the show to be able to understand what the fuck that was, and you put in there the movie ending. That's what this is, except that rather than taking the full time to set everything up and to establish all the rules, you cram it all really quickly. And it's like, yeah, I still get the impact. I still get a feeling, but I would have gotten so much more if you had been able to flesh everything out.
Yeah, it's like, I felt like that ending was just too abrupt and depressing.
Yeah.
So if they did add, like, another season, I felt like I would have accepted that ending a bit more.
Well, I'm not really... When I say another season, like, I don't even mean... I think... I'm sorry, just to clarify, you don't mean another season after this.
No, I meant, like, more episodes.
More episodes, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like, I would have been way happier with this if I had gotten more of it.
It would have cushioned the blow, is basically what I'm trying to say.
Oh, to me, it would have made the blow even bigger.
Well, like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like a better setup for a better knockdown.
There you go. That's what I'm trying to say as well. Okay. Yeah, exactly. It's like, this doesn't set enough stuff up to have the impact of it all crumbling, but there's still stuff set up.
Yeah.
So when it crumbles, you still feel it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it does feel like Evangelion to me, of just that, like, fuck everything, it's all done. It's all over with.
Don't watch this if you suffer from depression, you have, like, little hope in humanity.
The only difference is that Evangelion ends with one of them staring at the destroyed world and the blood-red seas and choking the other one, and this one ends with them crying over the other one. But yeah, it ends the exact same way. Yeah, although, hey man, I'll say this. Evangelion eventually had a sequel.
Yeah,
even after that apocalyptic ending.
Yeah, so maybe there'll be another one for old Devilman.
Because it can't get more depressing than how this one ended. But yeah, I dug this. It's just, yeah, it needed more to it to have the impact that it would. But man, I do really want to watch Gurren Lagann now.
Yeah.
I need to get this out of my mouth.
Yes, we need some hope after this hopelessness.
Oh my god.
Like, honestly, I was hoping that this would be just, like, an action-packed crazy head trip of, like, you know, these two guys beating up demons.
I was not expecting what we got. Yeah,
no.
I agree with you on that.
Because, like I said, I did not really know much about the original Devilman, and because this one is so different animation and style-wise, I thought, like, maybe they'll take it to, like, a more fun and exciting action-packed route, but...
Yeah, I was expecting kind of like Japanese Ghost Rider, is what I was kind of expecting. And I guess I kind of got that, but I forgot how fucked up Japanese entertainment was compared to our entertainment.
Yes.
Like, I've always said this when I talk... I should have known this. I've always said this when I talk about horror in Japan. Japanese horror is so much worse than American horror because no one makes it out of Japanese horror. That's what this was.
Yeah, that's basically what Japanese entertainment is. Either, like, it's a great, wonderful, exciting ending, or everyone dies.
Yeah. It's kind of it, yeah. This is what would happen if Junji Ito got a hold of Superman. Whoo, boy. Yeah, man, it's rough. But, I mean, I think it's done well. It just needs some more in there, but it's not one that you feel happy about afterwards.
No.
We gotta find, man, maybe we should do, like, the next one of these on, like, Food Wars or something. Like, Food Wars Season 3 is like, this is a guy making, like, curry. Isn't that fun?
Yes,
Yay!
you don't have to worry about humanity dying off or anything like that.
Megumi is not going to be decapitated during the middle of Food Wars. I really am just gonna go and watch more Food Wars after this. I just need to chill.
Yeah.
Alright, thanks for tuning in, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.